Hello, Nursing 230. Welcome to week 4, the revised edition, Theoretical Foundations of Health Promotion, the nurse's role. I'm Amanda, your fearless leader, and we are going to get everything you need for the exam next week discussed today. So let's start by taking our big deep breath and getting focused. If you're sitting, you can ground your sitting bones in your chair. Put your feet flat on the ground and let your body relax. Your shoulders come down a little bit. We're just going to do 3 deep breaths in the to honor the time. So first one is to let go and honor everything it took for you to get here to this moment, sitting or standing at your computer, ready to listen. The middle one is to become present in your body and notice how it's feeling at this moment. And the third one is to focus on what we're about to do, which is for me to try to guide you to what is important and help you pull out what you need to spend a little more time on before the exam next week. Okay, so starting with class business, I wanted to touch base with you all about your, so number 1 is the exercise, the physical exercise part of the class. So by this point, it's 4% of your grade. All you have to do is walk 10 miles a week, which could be divided into 2 miles a day. I should fix this. Keep the current and don't show this again. There, fixed it that time. Okay, so if you are doing your walking and logging it, that's wonderful. The way I am going to grade you is to look at the Stride Kick website and see, maybe I can go to it on this video, and see where you have, I can look back at daily, or weekly or monthly to see what you have logged. Thank you to the students who are on here. So you need to register and get yourself on here. Down here is a little help button, and that's how as you guys know, I'm not very computer literate, so that is how I figured out how to do it. You can either go on here and log. You can go to this website and log your miles manually, or you can sync it with your phone, which is what I couldn't even tell you how I did it, but somehow I figured out how to do it using this help button right here. See, look, there she's responding to me. They're very helpful, and I asked for directions to help you guys, and she said just have the students contact the website directly. So that is what I recommend. Number 2, quizzes under class business. We had one so far. It was online, and there were some limitations in that Blackboard format. So I scaled the grades. Each quiz is only worth 1.5% of your entire grade, so please don't worry and don't be stressed out. There are quite a range of grades. There are, I think I wrote on here, 4 people who got less than 68. There are 5, 10, 15, 14 people that got between 75 and an 87, and then 3 people who got higher than a 90. So it's the typical bell curve, which is what you want in a test or a quiz. So as it is, I'm going to leave the grades as they are, and then I can reevaluate them later. But please don't worry. Sometimes things happen like throwing out the lowest quiz grade or allowing a retake or something like that. So just bear with me. We will get through this semester. So quiz number 1 is over. Quiz number 2 is the APA quiz, and I am going to have to give that to you as a take home. So I will send that to you. Quiz number 3 is the Simcoe quiz, which there's an article written by somebody Simcoe. Let's see where it is on here. And right here, breaking sterility. So, oh, can I see it? Oh, there we go. So it's right on the website, and you can read this. And I'm going to have to give you that quiz as a take home as well. Then what I'm trying to figure out is how do you get those quizzes back to me, and then I can send you the answers so that you can, and the rationale so you'll know how you did. So I have to think that through. I'm not really sure. I might have you drop them off somewhere next week, like to Ellie, or maybe give them to Tara during lab. But I don't feel comfortable giving out the answers until you pass in the quizzes. I also did print them out already, so you could grab them. They're all in a stack from Tara or something, and take them, and then give them back. So if anybody has any brilliant ideas on the best way to do that, please let me know. But as of right now, I know I need to send them to you. So that's quiz 2 and quiz 3. Then the letters that you guys submitted, Dear Future Self. So I have all of those, and they are packed in my suitcase, and I will grade them. The instructors typically get 2 weeks to do correcting, so I will do my best to have them done for you by next Thursday or Friday. Then we have the exam next week, so I will be sending out an email with everything you need. It'll have a lot of attachments, so the test blueprint, the practice questions, the critical thinking questions, everything that I have that goes with exam 1 to help you study. And at the end of this lecture, we're going to talk about the best ways to study, and I'll give you as much guidance as I can. So now we're moving on to our lecture. So what are we talking about today? What are you going to try to learn? And basically, we are talking about why is theory important in nursing, what our role is in using theory to promote health, and knowing what health determinants are and explaining their influence. And you can read the rest there. And I am going to move right along because it's hard to sit through these on the computer. I understand that. So, the way that these slides were given to me from Dr. Jenny Radsma in Fort Kent, so they really have a lot on them. So you can read, obviously, what's on there, and that helps guide you as to what's important. But they do have a lot of words on them, so I will only just add what I think what needs to be said. So, the theoretical foundation of nursing. So, right at this moment, you could probably answer the question, what are nursing theories and what is their purpose, or are their purpose? Because we have already talked about this when we talked about the nursing meta paradigm. So here is a list of what they are. So a set of concepts that provides an orderly way to view phenomenon, or phenomena. So what does that mean? That means that nurses and nurse researchers have, that have experience. They have seen patterns in patient care and in patient behavior and in situations, and so they formulate a framework to describe it. Okay, so that's a theory, and it's linking concepts. So what's that star there? It says theories help nurses approach their practice knowledgeably, methodically, and thoughtfully. Right? So that's really important. We have the foundation of theories, and it helps us approach our practice in an organized way. So, why are theories important? Here's a list right there. Okay, so you can read through those. I have written next to this slide, what is the difference between the role of an associate's prepared nurse and a bachelor's prepared nurse? Right, so if you think about associates, I've taught in two different associates programs and two different bachelor's programs. So they're very much the same, but there are some differences. And one of the differences is that bachelor's prepared nurses have more basis in theory, right? So the associate's education doesn't spend as much